Jay Sullivan at Shore Combustion Heating, New York City's premier Intellihot dealer. Here we are at the Education Center, and we're taking a look at Intellihots. We've got a few different colors to choose from. I don't know if anyone else has the different colors. We offer them if you want them. We've got the standard metallic chrome look, and then these colors as well. Intellihot, as you guys know, are some of the most well-built, robust, high-end tankless water heaters on the market today. The units are incredibly powerful. The heat exchanger is monstrous. Boy, I can't even think of anything else on the market close to it. It's literally twice the size as the heat exchangers found in the HTP, Baxi, and pretty much all of the products that are using of the very popular heat exchanger. It's 3 times as big as a box heat exchanger found in the tankless heaters such as Navian, Takagi, Bradford White, American. This unit is just massive. I don't have a. If I could get up my arm around it, give it a hug, I would be putting 2 arms around it almost. Jeez, it's got to be 13 inches wide by 12, 18, 20, about 20 inches tall at least. It's got a small Y strainer there, a good Grumpus pump, and you can see there's a flat plate heat exchanger on that because this one's the combi unit. Flat plate heat exchanger on the bottom, easy to get to. You've got your 3-way mixing valve here, and all the electronics are at the top, which we like, especially with the fan and the gas valve are at the top portion of this unit, which is good because if anything were to leak, the water goes on the bottom. You don't want the electronics at the bottom, and a lot of companies have all the electronics on the bottom, but people are smartening up. Everybody's shifting it to the top. And on this unit here, we've got a thermostatic valve, so we can really dial in the temperature, which isn't really necessary. It's really just for demonstration purposes, but this unit actually has an intelligent programming system where it'll learn your habits at the house. So your family's using a lot of hot water between 7 in the morning and 9 in the morning, and the unit's going to learn that, and it's going to self-program itself to start up. And if you have a circulation line in there, it'll put water through the circulation line. And pretty wild, pretty awesome. So very intelligent unit. The Intellihot company was formed by a couple guys in the research and development division of Caterpillar Heavy Equipment. Everybody's familiar with those guys. And Caterpillar, as the story goes, gave a little bit of seed money to these engineers in the research and development group of Caterpillar, and they looked at the tankless water heater industry after one of the gentlemen had a personal experience with a leaking and failing unit, looked at the market, and really they thought to themselves that they could do better. So they literally created this business out of thin air, and where I should say almost every other tankless water heater company is buying a certain heat exchangers that are very popular. You'll see the same type in every unit. This heat exchanger you will not see anywhere else. It is exclusively made in a manufacturing facility in Germany. If we were able to look at the inside of the heat exchanger, it's shaped like a coil or a spring, and that coil or spring shape naturally flexes as the heat takes place, and there's a lot of expansion within the heating exchanger itself. And a lot of companies have problems where if you try to make your own heat exchanger, not so good. A company like Eternal, for instance, tried to make their own heat exchanger, and they just went out of business after maybe 5 years, 6 years. What happens is you had a lot of welds, and then once the temperature gets up, if you've got the unit that's, if you got a unit like the Eternal hybrid tankless had like 130 welds in it, and those welds, each weld's a weakness quite frankly. The Intellihot, the way that it's built, the way that the heat exchanger is a spring-like design. There's basically a flange on the bottom top with clips, and there's no weld, not one weld. That's basically no welds in the heat exchanger, no welds holding the heat exchanger to the unit. So we really like the unit because it's built well with no welds. The other thing we like about this combi unit is there's no three-way valve. This is really just a sensor. It's not an actuating valve that has to move open and close. So less parts to go wrong, the better. The Navian unit, the Navian combi, it's very popular. We see a lot of problems with the three-way valve getting stuck. And quite frankly, we haven't had or seen any of those issues with the Intellihot units. They run on natural gas or propane. Companies out of the Midwest. They're starting to pick up some steam, but as a small company with low production numbers, you're not going to see these units available everywhere. Quite frankly, supply stores can't get enough of them to get them at a low enough rate to resell them and make money. So Intellihot's been trying to do some marketing deals with some companies, and quite frankly, I think they should stay independent. If they got some good exposure and they basically hooked up with some other good companies like we, and at Shore Combustion Heating here in New York City, you should come take a look at the showroom. We want to show you how these units are installed. We don't want to just sell you the equipment. You can buy the equipment anywhere. Who cares about that? Who cares about that? You need to know what you're doing. You need to know how to put it in. This is a combi boiler installed the right way. Do you understand? You understand the piping? You understand the parts, the components, the wiring that's necessary to do the job right? Quite frankly, people don't. They pretend. If you want some pretenders, call someone else. If you want somebody that actually cares about the unit being installed correctly, performing the right way, then you give us a call at Shore Combustion Heating. My name's Jay Sullivan. I'd love to take your call. Eric Gale is the owner. He is the man. If you need to talk to Eric, he'll be happy to talk about high-efficiency commercial hydronic heating application solutions. I'm down here in New York today, October 6th. We're doing a consultation for Dudley's Restaurant down on the Lower East Side. And we're going to take a look at his plans. We're going to take a look and see what kind of products they're using. And if we can, we're going to suggest an Intellihot. That's about it. Thanks for taking a look at our little video here.